this area here is just absolute paradise. We have every kind of water activity you could imagine: fishing, swimming, surfing, you name it. And the wildlife here is magnificent. Um, and it's just a beautiful place.
One of the areas that I am most concerned about is to preserve Africatown. Africatown, when I was a child, was known as Magazine Point and Plateau. When my parents, my father is Roosevelt Lewis Sr., and when my parents moved here, that's where they lived. The cemetery there is where many of my ancestors are buried. My aunts and uncles and cousins, the older ones would sit the children under the oak trees in the backyards, and we were told the history of our families. My father often had a saying, know who you are, know who your people are, and know how you are hooked on. By hooked on, he meant know the relationship to each other. The important thing to him was that we passed our legacy and the history of our families down, and to see them take the school, Mobile County Training School. They are literally running a pipeline not outside of the school, but it's less than 20 feet from the building itself. It is already in the campus. Instead of children learning, they're sitting there watching these workers dig holes and put these pipes out there. There's so much cancer in that area already. There's so much pollution. They're not looking at the illnesses where that has been a dumping ground and polluted area already. And even with the statistics that they have, no one is paying attention. And I think this is a very important issue for me.
Well, you don't think it's important to preserve the area unless you intend to live there. But if you do, you've got to, because it's under assault by the global energy industry, and it will be transformed into a sacrifice zone on all the current evidence unless an organized campaign is raised to prevent that from happening. So if you want to continue to have a habitable place to live, you've got to participate in that. And if you think it's important to protect the creation that you didn't create but was bequeathed to you by some larger eternal power that you can't comprehend, but it has been placed in your care, and you had better attend to it or you're in trouble, then for that reason too you need to look after it.